Hello and welcome to the Shadowmoor episode of Commander Durdle. So what I've done here, when I did the video on Monday, I mentioned about how for the card pool that I got from Shadowmoor for the 12 packs, I pulled in amongst that Oona, Queen of the Fae. And what I've done, just to make life easy, is I've already subdivided out the stuff that I can't play, either because it's off colour in terms of its casting cost, or it contains colour identity or some colour relevance in the rules text, which is not relevant to the colour of the deck. And they've all been moved out into the maybe board. Just so I could show you what I've removed. So of course there was a bunch of utility scarecrows at common. So of course with a card pool of the equivalent of 12 boosters, you're going to see quite a few particular commons come up a lot. So we've got quite a the utility scarecrows that you can see here. Where's it gone? Yeah, persist as long as you control a black creature, haste as long as you control a red. So the one I left in was obviously for the moment the blue-black one. Then of course we got all the red-black hybrid mana cards, which we can't play in here. Again, you can see there's multiple copies of certain commons in here. We've completely removed all the green. I've got Howl of the Night pack, Presence of Gond, and all the red cards. We have Smashed to Smithereens come out, and then our red-green hybrid. All of our white cards. Our white-blue. I was expecting to see more copies of the duos actually, because they're at common, and also those things like the Steel of Godhead type cards, these enchantment auras as well. We got two of those that we pulled. There's the green-white one, Shield of the Oversong. And when we went through on Monday in the set musings, there was quite a few cycles that were at common, and also quite a few of these, all hybrid mana cycles, like the one with Wiltlive Cavaliers in it. And of course they've all been pulled, and we've got Ram Gang. And then this cycle of 1 mana commons as well. Hybrid mana. Oh, that's an uncommon. Yeah, so they've all been pulled. What I've got left is basically cards in blue-black that I'm either undecided about, or I've got multiple copies that I need to prune out, which is why some of them are still in red. So let's do that now. Our commander is Oona, Queen of the Fae, so it's 3 blue-black hybrid legendary creature fairy wizards, 5/5 with flying. For X blue-black hybrid, we can choose a colour. Target opponent removes the top X cards of his or her library from the game. For each card of the chosen colour removed this way, put a 1/1 blue and black fairy rogue creature token with flying into play. So I think what it'll probably do is it starts suggesting to me cards that are going to leverage off playing blue and black. We'll see which particular thing this goes down. I'm sure it's going to suggest things like Glen, Elendra Liege, and what's it, Scion of Oona, maybe. So it'll probably go sort of fairy tribal, but also cards that will worry about whether I'm playing blue or black. And was it Dire Undercurrents is another one as well. I can also enchant up Oona with this, which we've pulled. We've got one of the cycles of lands. I'm going to leave this in here in the moment. This is just a utility land. Okay, so start removing this. So, and again, as you've seen with the episodes now, is the stuff I'm leaving at the moment, I sometimes remove later anyway. So let's just see stuff that definitely doesn't belong in here. This is one of these modal cards. Let's just leave that in a moment. Advice from the Fae. Yeah, that sort of mirrors somewhat the ability on the commander a little bit. We've got Corrupt in here, seeing as we're playing black, we might as well leave that in. Just got to make sure we've got a reasonably good swamp count. So we've got a way of getting stuff back from the graveyard. Return target creature card in a graveyard to its owner's hand. Okay. That's an interesting political card. No, it's better removal in black. Incremental Blight. Thematically, we'll leave it in just for the set, but again, may take it out. 2 cards. Looks like we've got a bit of a discard thing going on here. Let me just leave that in. And 2 and a blue bounce spell. Or tuck. Oh, take that out. That's an interesting card. Counterspell with an additional thing. You may shuffle up to 1 target card from your graveyard into your library. Okay. We'll leave that in. Torpidust. -3. No. Oh yeah, torches in here. Yeah, why not? Why not indeed? That creature does not untap 2 inks. That's a very bizarre removal here, which we'll just leave in for the moment. Okay, we've got a Wing Rattle Scarecrow. Which is flying and persist 2/2 for 3. So when the commander's in play, maybe not. Oh, Scuttlemutt. That does acts as like a mana rock, doesn't it? Yeah, and changes the colour of a permanent. Okay, we'll leave it in as a 3-drop mana rock. 2 tap, add 1 mana, 2 untap. Yeah, it's a mana rock. 2/1 with a no. Okay, when it comes to play, put target creature card in the opponent's graveyard into play under your control. It has haste. Nicking stuff from graveyards. Why not? 5/5 with. Yeah, I don't know if I want it to start going down there. I'll leave it in for a moment. I think it's in danger of what I'm trying to do is work out. I just don't want it to get pulled down the discard. Thing, so we'll take that out for the moment. I don't mind if it's just a side effect, but I don't really want to take up slots. Okay. Permanents you control. Yeah. Against flying. New. These are always interesting. But it's until end of turn. Yeah, this isn't really a persist deck. Unblock creature becomes 4/1 until end of turn. Interesting. Not a card you would usually play, I don't think. It's a namesake card. I don't really. Blue permanents, yeah. Click. Okay. Not very strong. Okay. Each land you control comes a type until end of turn. I mean, it's an interesting card. We're going to look at the artwork on this Friday up close, actually. Draw a card so it places itself. Sack it, choose a basic land type. Each land you control comes a turn. Gnarled Effigy. We'll have a look at that artwork as well, but not. I don't think I really want this in. This is not a wither deck. This is not where I want to take it. Interesting tap down though. We'll leave that in just for the utility. Tap that. Could I... It's just too much mana to... 2 to tap and 2 to untap. No. Okay. So I've got my islands and whatnot over here ready to go with the artwork that I liked so much when I did the set musings. So we'll drag this in. Start off with around 35 land. See where that takes us. Right, here we go. So like I said, some of these I'm just going to take out as we go along. I'll leave them for the moment. But as my slots fill up, I will adjust accordingly. Right, so usual. Interesting, it's suggested that. I suppose the idea is I can turn my tokens into card draw. Let's do those. Now, whenever an opponent loses life, I should protect my commander. I think what I'll do, let's just see what creatures it starts suggesting. And if it goes fairy tribal, then there's some tribal artifacts that probably belong in this deck. The trick with this is when you're using the algorithm is just to get the order right. I mean, I think you can go all, but in some ways it's a bit more fun to go through the different types. Right, good. Okay, as I thought. Looks like we've got fair, black, white, fairy tribal. Let's do that. We already have this in the deck. Cards in an opponent's graveyards. Okay. I would draw a card. If an opponent would draw a card except the first one they draw in each. Yeah, if we're playing blue-black, I suppose. get plus 1. Oh, it's got a... Okay, try and exile the 2 cards of his Champion of Faerie. So blue-black fairies it is. Of course, Cloud of Faeries, yes. Talks about the only witches. Well, it's like super tuck. So let's sort of check here. Okay, so removing stuff from the game. Okay, so yeah, it's just getting rid of stuff. Just going to hold there for the moment. Artifacts. Let's take a look. Some of those tribal artifacts as we're playing fairies. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, each man puts the top card of his. So here we are just wrecking their library. Creature is activated. If it's in the mana ability, copy that ability. You may choose, yeah. Might revisit our artifacts. So let's see, enchantment wise, what we can do here. Yes, I wanted to play that. Right, when it creating blue-black fairy tokens. looks like we've got a bit of a mill thing going on here. Okay. That's better. Did I put in... Seeing as there is a bit of a danger, I could be loading my hand up. Let me go back here. I think there's going to be a lot of toing and froing in this build. Yeah, thought vessel. Would not go amiss. See what it recommends on the utility lands side of things. Thematically, we should include that. Seeing as it's tribal, oh, you know I can't resist. Right, let us just change the artwork on that. The cool thing with this card is there's just so many versions of it. Got like the original one. Isn't there a really cool Dark Ascension one? Yeah. That one. Right, let's get this down a bit. Something like that, I think. Okay, Planeswalkers. Oops, sorry. Right, spells and abilities your opponent's control can't cause. Okay. Oh yeah, this is really nasty. What we got here? Top 4 cards. I'll draw more than one card each turn. Ew. Yeah. 3, lock them down. This card was actually in a... Was it... This card was in the Zendikar. Was it in the Zendikar Rising Commander product? Yeah, anyway. I digress. See what we have for sorceries. Right, ponder. Oh yeah. Nice. Choose a creature. Draw a card for each permanent you control. Yep. Oh, why not? It's just seeing as we're completely decimating people's libraries. Discards a hand and draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards that the player discards this way. There's my Damnation. I think I've overcooked it a bit on the sorceries. I don't know if I really want that in here. It's an interesting way of top 5 cards in library if you control more creatures. Do I want to be putting that many cards? Probably not. Rid of that. Stronger cards now. So instant speed, spot removal and such like. Okay, so Counterspell and Cyclonic Rift, Brainstorm. Yep, thematically it's cool. Untap all non-land permanents you control. Why not? Yep. Seeing as we're dumping stuff now. Let's go select this. Psychic Spiral. It's our friend Ad Nauseam. Teachings. So many choices. So I'm just looking for stuff. The reason why I've gone quiet is I'm just looking for stuff that interacts with opponents' graveyards in interesting ways. Oh. Oh, put there from the battlefield. Okay, phew. No, that doesn't work. So I'm worried really this deck doesn't have a side win condition, apart from just Stuff from my graveyard. Was it? So I had to look up something. That's what I was looking for. It's a sorcery, not an instant. Okay, one more card should do it. Looks like it's sort of fairy tribal exile mill. Whoops. Okay. So yeah, definitely Commander Durdle. Time. Because it was well, I just have to nick something. Okay. So blue, black. So we need to increase our black somewhat. Whoops, I did the wrong thing there. It's the inner ring, not the outer ring. Let's Better. Let's tweak that a little bit. Which way was it? There we go. Save that. Export that. Right. Oh dear. Choose a colour, I suppose. Right. Let's play test a little bit. Right, so this can't go out until turn 6. Okay, so we've got turn 1. It's above 100 control each opponent puts top card. Okay, fair enough. We've got a secluded Glen. We don't have any fairies that we can reveal. So, and we have an enchantment. So if we aura up our Oona, we've got draw and discard. So if I play out this, turn 1, okay, so that's our counterspell. We now have a fairy, although do we want to be revealing our counterspell really? Probably not. So maybe we just, is there anything else we want to play here? Probably not. So let's just get this out, and that would go out tapped. Nothing else I really want to do at this point. Tap and draw. So yeah, looks like we're making our drops anyway. Our skull, so we can get that out. Cool. So that's good. So we can cast that this turn. So we're doing good on getting our mana base and our mana rocks sorted. Okay, so we've got 4 mana on board. So yeah, we're doing okay here in terms of just getting our commander out. We're not really doing anything else. Oh, that's no good to us anyway. Yeah. Well, so we can cast our Oona. So this is a 5/5 with flying. So that's, you know, 4 hits with that. Commander damage. Plus this here. So the key thing is just to make sure we've got plenty of mana, which we do have. So we will just keep doing this. Yeah, oh, there's Dimir Aqueduct now and so on. So yeah. Let's just see what our hands look like. So the idea is really we're just gonna, you see, this doesn't help us because this is exiles, but this is suited up. Yeah, we can alternate. So okay. I mean, it's very durdly. Turn one swamp. Oh, evolving passage or a rogue, evolving or rogues. No blue yet, but we can cast and crack that. Oh, here's our commander. So, yep, so we're good. Got a command tower. Disturbing plot. What are we going here? Yeah, I think this is definitely Faerie Durdle deck because it just does random stuff. Oh well. I suppose rather than dive in, what I should have done is looked at like the different things. So obviously strategies you can go with this is Faerie Tribal, Mill, Exile, Rogue Tribal. Yeah, they're the main ones, I think. So I think we've ended up with like a halfway house of Faerie Tribal Mill and not probably consistent enough here. But it was interesting to see where we got taken down, and we did end up, not surprisingly, with somewhere between Faerie Tribal and Mill. But I think the deck's just not good enough really to it's just going to get bogged down, I think. We certainly saw lots of interesting cards, if nothing else. It's interesting all the different ones that came up. And of course got some of my favourites in here. Things like this. And the see, the puppeteer click is working for us. I'm just trying to work out. See, really what you want is you want a way of bouncing this, really. That certainly interacts nicely with the mill, but it's basically 2-die. I think the trouble is there's certain things here, certain utilities are just too dilute, really. Quite a bit of card draw. Just making sure we got Reliquary Tower in here. it's one of those decks, I suppose, where just things get more interesting the longer the game would go on. And this is a 6 drops there. Yeah, no, I think I'll stop it there. I can spend ages just mulling over this, how there might be ways to make this stronger, but I think it's just one of those commanders where I just wonder whether this being a 5/5, you know, is there a blue-black Voltron deck that one might want to go with and just buff Oona with artifacts and enchantments and just keep swinging. I mean, I make it unblockable and those sort of things, which is certainly a thing you can do in blue. There's a number of cards which you can do that to make it evasive. I mean, it already has flying. So that's one way, with the benefit of hindsight, I might have gone with that, is to just, and again, I didn't see those sort of cards coming up in the algorithm, so I'd have to sort of go off on a, you know, on my own with that and just work my way through various enchantments until I found ones that were going to buff this. And again with equipment. Okay, it is a fairy wizard as well, so there are some interesting, in fact there's that artifact, like, you know, there's, if you remember, there's those tribal artifacts which self-attach, I think, from what I remember, so you could go down the blue-black wizard route with that as well. Okay, I think I'll stop there before I dig a bigger pit for myself. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next episode.